So Nick Rekieta, he was exposed as a cuckold. He let another man fuck his wife. That same man revealed that Rekieta's penis doesn't work.
Wow.
Rekieta was then arrested and faced 25 years in prison. Okay? His children were taken away from him. He was embarrassed. He was dragged and dumped on and clowned by all and sundry. But Rekieta has now bowed down to the government. He's attached a patch to his arm. Go into Nick's last few streams.
Okay.
And let's show people this. This is Nick. Go into zero. This is Nick Rekieta's drug checking patch.
Whoa.
This is the consequences of his actions. Okay? This is what this man has to submit to in order to be allowed to see his children under the supervision of the state. He has had to implant a chip in his arm that detects when his blood alcohol level goes too high or when there are drugs in his system. And if the drugs go into his bloodstream, then the government comes around and takes his kids again.
Damn.
So but he's winning though. He's winning though because he got back his children temporarily, I might add.
And his
his
parents have to live there, right?
Well, regardless of whether or not his parents have to live there, that was in earlier court documents. That was a proposed plan.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they are living with him. He says they're not, but he is a dirty liar that lies. But currently, he's claiming that he's a real winner because his trial on the 21st, his trial date, is not going to be live streamed. And he temporarily has his kids back. Thus ignoring everything that I just stated before, he's claiming that he won.
Okay.
And we've been having this big battle the last few days with Josh Moon over who has more pedophiles in their community.
Okay.
So Josh is like, you have pedophiles, Dick Masterson and fucking Vito the Pedo in your group.
Yep.
And then Rekieta's like, but on your website, there's a pedophile that has an account. As if nobody thought there weren't any pedophiles on Kiwi Farm. There are pedophiles on Facebook. There are pedophiles on Twitter. There are pedophiles on every major website that there is under the sun, my friend. And Josh doesn't really have control over that. He doesn't know ahead of time if somebody is a pedophile or not there, right? But even if he did, even if the whole website was crawling with pedophiles, it's actually irrelevant, Mr. Rekieta. It's actually irrelevant to the fact your 9-year-old daughter tested positive for cocaine. It's irrelevant to that your children were starving. That's what they were telling the church people that you sent them to. They also, according to the people at the church, were stinking because you didn't wash their clothes because you were too busy getting high off of cocaine, Mr. Rekieta. Let's not forget that you've been outed as a cuckold whose penis can't get hard. But you know, Josh Moon there, the Kiwi Farms, even if you felted them, buddy, even if you got the farms closed down, all of that would still be true, buddy. And you'd still have that patch on your arm where the government monitors you like a milk-fed gimp cuckold slave and tells you what substances you can put in your body, bitch. That's your life, bro. But I'm winning. Yeah, you're a real wiener, buddy.
Yeah.
You're really fucking winning, pal.
He's such a bitch.
Oh, he really is, pal.
Yeah. And he acts, I'm winning now. No. What's this?
Well, get ready for this self-felt by the crew.
All right,
get ready for this shit.
Let's go.
No, man, I
hang on, let me
let's boost that volume.
Boost that up.
No, man, I've never journaled. Never been I'm a writer who doesn't write. I mean, it's a story of my life, right?
You should start.
I'm a lawyer who doesn't practice, a writer who doesn't write, a streamer who doesn't stream.
Self-felt alert! Self-felt alert! Self-felt alert! Like, whatever. It's just true.
Look at Dax here. His skin is so like rubbery.
Buddy,
it's like
this guy spends all day baking in the sun.
yeah, like,
he just
it's
gets
like
out
fake
in his
tan. It's like fake
backyard.
tan.
The backyard of his crack shack in Compton, and he just has his siesta every day, passed out, drunk as fuck in his backyard. You just know this guy just because he's such a miserable bastard.
Yeah.
He just as soon as he wakes up, he starts drinking and doing drugs.
Oh, definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
By fucking 3 PM, he's just passed out in a chair in the back of the yard, pissed himself. And he's just sunburnt to fuck. He looks ancient, by the way.
He looks
Look
like
at him.
yeah. He looks like
Buddy,
he's
he looks like he's like 55 or 60 fucking years old. Look
it's like
at
a
the
rubber
wrinkles.
mask.
Look at the lines in his forehead, bro.
It's like a
Look
rubber
at the,
mask,
look at the
bro.
gray hairs in his fucking mane. Which, by the way, bro, you're fucking balding, bro. You're Norwooded as fuck. This guy won't go in and get a haircut because he knows if he cuts that shit off, it's never coming
He's
back.
Leatherface. Yo, he is. He's like Leatherface.
A leather-faced tomato.
Holy.
What's next?
He's looking really Mexican, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a fucking
A fucker who doesn't fuck. I know you're not that.
Oh,
No.
Dick
Oh.
Look at Rekieta, bro. He's felted in that moment. Look at how felted he is, and look how jubilant fucking Dick is. Because he knows he just cooked him. Because Rekieta's a cock. He can't get it up. That's what Dick's referencing. That he can't fuck his own wife, and he has to bring in Aaron as a stunt cock, or fucking get the fucking needle in his cock or the Cialis to get himself fired up enough to fuck someone else's wife.
You know who he's starting
Brutal,
to look like?
buddy.
He's starting to look like fucking Jack Black a little bit.
The Mexican Jack Black.
Yes, dude.
Two.
Oh man.
No, I'm just kidding. No, man, it's been wild.
By the way,
Been wild, bro.
his nose is a little bit stuffed, no?
I've never journaled. Never been
No.
I'm a writer.
I
who-
don't think they're tracking his drug use. I think is that on a form? Is that on a paper?
I don't fucking know. He has this. I think how it actually works is it like sweats out, like it collects sweat from his arm.
Yeah.
And then they take the patch and they analyze the sweat to see if it has traces of drugs or alcohol in it.
Okay. All right.
So I think he's probably going to fail another drug test.
Let's pray.
I mean, he lied and told us he never pissed pot when he did piss hot for booze.
Exactly.
He lied and told us all, I poured all the booze down the drain. I quit drinking. Then he failed a drug test for alcohol after that.
Exactly.
So it's pretty hard to believe anything this guy says because he was a liar before he got busted and he's a confirmed liar after the fact. All right. Let's
Little says, hope Drex can come back soon on a show.
Wait, hang on. Why is it?
So this is Rekieta is now seething at Drexel because Drexel's refusing to sweep it for him.
Let's go.
And Drexel's had enough. Drexel's had enough of Rekieta's cuckoldry and sadness.
Frederick Little says, hope Drex can come back soon on a show. Well, Drex has to stop being retarded if he wants to come back on a show.
Wait. Why does Drex have to be the one that stops being retarded? How about
listen,
it's you?
You, Rekieta, that stops being retarded. Let us remind you, Rekieta, it's you who's charged with all of these crimes, not Drexel. It's you who's been revealed that you're a cuckold whose wife gets pounded by strange men.
Well, he doesn't want to be
Who's
around
been
you.
revealed is that you can't get it hard and you put on baldos, buddy, and you have a mistress that you're trying to get your kids to call mom. So I think it's you actually that needs to stop being retarded. At minimum, you got to kick April to the curb and stop doing drugs, buddy.
Right?
And get clean for the sake of your kids and figure it the fuck out, pal. Like, that's what everybody would actually like to see. Unfortunately, you still haven't hit rock bottom and you're still coping. So things are only going to get worse for you and your kids, which is really fucked.
Really?
He decided somewhere that I lied to him about.
I like how Dick's like, really? We lost another one on our team?
This would be like if he lost Sean.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
About something that is nebulous and will not talk to me.
Yeah, it's totally nebulous.
Fuck.
Fuck him. Oh, fuck him. He won't talk to you. it's these reactions that he has, by the way, or like, I don't know how to describe it. They're not really suitable for the situation.
No, exactly. Not at all.
It's just weird the way that like Dick reacts to all of this. He clearly doesn't actually give a fuck whatsoever about anything that Rekieta has
it's
to
so
say.
canned. It's like canned sound effects for it's like okay, I'll do this effect here and this, but really it's nothing. Also,
it's really,
how are you not shocked?
Myopic poverty there.
Or how are you shocked? Can you believe it? My friend doesn't want to hang out with me after all this has happened.
You know, and I love how he writes it off as something nebulous when this was your tight friend who had come over to your house. His Baldo was at your house, on the nightstand. But yeah, he's burned down this friendship with you for nebulous reasons. Couldn't have anything to do with the fact that your daughter tested positive for cocaine, your 9-year-old daughter. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with the court documents saying you weren't feeding your kids or clothing them. Couldn't have anything to do with you getting busted for 26 grams of cocaine and your wife being charged with child neglect and all this fucked up shit. Couldn't have anything to do with that.
No.
It's just totally nebulous nonsense reasons as to why Drexel won't talk to you anymore. Yeah. Which, by the way, you lost your best friend. Are you winning?
Yeah.
Like, this is like the delusion of it. I'm winning, Josh. No, you're fucking losing, bro. And even if Josh was losing harder than you, it doesn't change the fact you're fucking losing.
Exactly.
It's just very weird, this belief that if he felts the Kiwi Farms or if he discredits the Kiwi Farms, then somehow magically everybody's going to love him again. That's not how the real world works, bro. He talks about how everybody else is terminally online. He's the most terminally online one of all.
Yeah.
Because his priority is countering Kiwi Farms and an account called Minnesota Public Record. Get a fucking grip, bro.
And he's hanging out with known pedophile endorser Dick Masterson.
Well, that's the thing. And they're like doubling down on the defense. Like it gets to the point where Rekieta is defending cuties for Dick during this stream.
Whoa.
It's just the craziest shit you ever did see.
Dude. It's like, dude. So I don't even know what he thinks I lied to him about. Not sure. But it's like, okay.
What do you mean? I wonder.
You're lying about everything.
I wonder what. Fucking come on.
Are we really supposed to believe you didn't lie when your lies have been proven to be lies again and again and again? But it's Drexel who's the one who's insane.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all
now
right.
he's just like in his like emotions.
Right. So,
his emotions of
he's a woman, Nick.
Yeah.
He's a woman. He has emotions.
Yeah.
Like you're never allowed to have an emotion ever. Like, you're never allowed to feel like somebody betrayed your confidence by lying to you. You're not allowed to get angry. That's just being a woman. You should control your emotions and let this guy lie to you and walk all over you. That's what a real man does, right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get a fucking grip. Like, the guy is a loser.
Yeah.
Too much
guess.
stuff.
I don't know.
It's too much. Like you're really kind of put on the spot being your friend during all this. It's too much. Maybe afterwards he'll come around.
We'll see. I don't know. It's like I wish he just like if he just talked to me, I could probably
if
clear
he just
up.
believed all my lies,
if
like
you just would bow down to all of my lies and let me hypnotize you and induce you into a false reality, then you would see that I am the God Emperor of mankind. Like, no, he's not talking to you because he knows you're a lying sack of shit, and you've made him look foolish throughout this entire thing because he did come out to defend you. But as things have gotten worse and worse and worse, and as more and more documents have come out to prove that you were lying to him and other people, why should he have to be the fool for you? Like, why does friendship entail being a total fucking fool for somebody else?
Yeah, exactly.
Having to look absolutely retarded again and again and again for somebody else, or else you're not being loyal. Really?
Well, also, it's really easy to see through your lies, Nick, right? Now, you speak to a Drex and be like, believe me, but everyone sees it's bullshit. At least be like, look, dude, what you're seeing is fucked up, but you have to just be with me on this and help me out here and listen. It's not as it seems. But no, you're saying it's all lies. I'm the truth teller, or you're believing them. You're a bad person. Fuck off.
Some of the stories we're going to get into from his mouth on this stream, this Cope stream he did, are absolutely fucking crazy. But somebody else brought up a good point in chat, and I wish I remember their name to credit them, but they brought this up. They said, so he should talk to you just like how Josh talked to you, and then you'll leak the DMs.
Exactly.
To try and make him look fucking stupid if he doesn't go along with everything that you fucking say. And also, when you were DMing with Josh, you were trying to entrap him to get him to perjure himself. So why should anybody communicate with you in any sort of private manner whatsoever or give you any sort of benefit of the doubt?
Yeah.
You're an absolute scumbag, bro.
He's so red. Look at this.
Well, both of them don't look well. Both of them are drunk out of their fucking minds every single day to cope with the fact that they hate their lives. That's who they are.
Yeah.
Up whatever he thinks is like. I get it. I get it. If he thinks that that I like said something that was not true to him, it's not, that didn't happen. But
of course, stop it. He knows.
If he thought I said something untrue to him, it's like Rekieta. Like, you are not George Washington.
Yeah,
you tell
exactly.
very many lies. I am well known for never lying. Okay, this is just a very strange clip that I found.
Whoa.
This is look at this situation.
This is nuts.
Xander's rant says, Nick,
or anything else.
did you ever tell Lady R about Drex's plan in case of your demise?
Wait, what?
I guess Drex said he'd have to step in and save the children.
Whoa.
So, years ago, they're having some bizarre sexual fantasy of Drexel stepping in to take care of his kids and plow his wife.
That's... And look at her face.
Isn't this unhinged?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Aggressively monogamous, by the way.
Ooh, no, she's excited. She's like, you mean...
She's fired up.
You mean like get some BBC?
I don't know. I don't remember the entire plan. I guess you're marrying Drexel
I don't
when I
want to
die.
marry Drexel, no.
This is a racist answer, by the way. Did you see that?
You know, isn't it?
Yep.
Drex.
I know I love Drexel, but he's like, no.
By the way, she's
My dad said-
clearly like completely manic and insane.
Yeah, she's on drugs here.
You know,
You
like,
could see the energy, right?
I hate to say it, but no wonder Rekieta wanted to step out on his marriage. Like, for real. If that's who you were stuck with all day, every day.
Yeah.
He made some poor choices, but you know what, bro? You got to stick with them for the sake of your kids. You had 5 kids. You owe them a responsibility to not do what you're doing, bro.
Says, don't miss your plane. Oh, wait, he's never getting married again. He says he's, or again.
I was like, again?
Drex says he's never getting married, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. He'd just help out with the kids, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's
There you
fine.
go.
But he doesn't get anything from
No,
it.
platonic.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
No, he'll fly to Alabama every day.
This is drug. This is like
This
high.
is so
this
weird,
is coked out.
man.
It's like this is coked
know,
out.
like-
Like you could feel the energy, eh?
Oh, okay, fine. That's cool. It's fine as long as I got
Bob
bring
Rekieta.
lunch in here and there.
Bob Rekieta says, don't miss your plane. Yes, Dad, we know.
Is that another one or the
Yes.
same one? I love
It's
it.
another one. The
This is the.
Swegan one.
It's
says,
very strange, and it always was. Every time he had his wife on screen with him, there was always like this weird tension and like weird sexual humiliation stuff
Yes.
going on, and like it's hard to even describe it. It's just, you know, I'll use Rekieta's favorite word, weird.
Weird.
It's weird. It's weird. But I also played this clip because it's going to reveal here in a little bit how much they both hate doing laundry. So when they talk about, oh no, the kids had clothes on clothes and they were always clean. Even years ago, these motherfuckers didn't want to do laundry.
It's bad.
happy anniversary for you two and more to come. When I was homeschooled, see more drama in school. When I was homeschooled, see more drama in school can be overkill in my view. You two are awesome. Thank you for your live stream. Thank you. Mavia, wait, my parents used to tell a younger me they were having an important discussion, then vanished for an hour. Does that mean, oh no? That's why you have siblings. D, what?
You know what my mom told me?
Whoa.
Whoa. You don't even really need to comment.
No,
on this.
you
can
don't,
just
dude.
see how absolutely whacked it all is.
This is definitely.
She told me when I was an adult.
Look at this. Pause. Ash, imagine you woke up and you see that above you. That's scary.
Oh, man, she's ghoulish. And the thing is, she looks a lot better there than she does now.
Yeah.
In 2 years, she just became a full-on ghoul. She was partway there. Now she's full-on ghoul mode.
That they wouldn't even tell us anything, and I never realized this, but they would wash the laundry, which the laundry room was right next to their bedroom, so they would wash laundry at the same time.
Is she on
You see how
MDMA?
pointed that is? I don't know. She
this
seems
is
like she's
out,
always
right?
on like fucking MDMA or Adderall
Yeah.
or some sort of fucking stimulant.
I don't know. It's
Like
very
she's
like
absolutely cracked out of her fucking mind.
yeah.
But she's pointing out like because they have the laundry room is right next to their bedroom. So
Yeah.
it's not far for them to go, but they don't take care of their kids' laundry even then.
Yeah.
I'm in the evening every night.
Oh my gosh.
That was a disturbing day.
D Watt says, y'all are awesome. Great chemistry. Thank you. Tech Revenge, how many times did you poke Lady Racket's eye out kissing her with that schnoz? All the
Felt it.
time. Happy anniversary, you two. DM me later, Nick.
It's not where I thought that comment was going.
Me either. Noir777. Nick.
This is like
Is she like full
this
on
is-
the Joker? Like
this is like bathroom at the club high, you know,
yeah,
like
high
it's
out
like
of your
this
fucking
is
mind.
This is the bathroom guy is like not looking and letting you and your buddies get fucked and just like talk at the sink. Well, this is fucked.
Holy.
You should not be live on this energy ever.
Will you and Lady Rackets
She's
ever
on
do a sequel?
MDMA. Yeah, well, this is the hedonism one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's clearly some sort of upper
Of your
like
Drex
that.
cosplay. Also,
No.
congrats on the 18 years of degeneracy. No, I think those days are behind.
Whoa.
Unfortunately.
There you go, buddy. You're totally winning. Look at you two. Look at you two. They're really.
Love and marriage.
So now we're gonna go into this Rekieta and Dick Culp session. I don't
Is
know
it
how much.
this one?
There's a bunch of them. There's
Okay.
a bunch of them that we're gonna go through. I mean, we might only play this one.
Here we go. I haven't seen any of this, so let's see what happens.
It's been especially fun, like, because there's this Kiwi Farms account, Minnesota Public Records, and they
Pause.
keep.
The moment you start talking about various accounts on Kiwi Farms that are A-logging, you've
Yeah,
lost.
You've lost. It's
The
over.
moment you go, there's a Kiwi Farms account by the name of Mr. Manchester. Like, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. You're fucking cooked, bro. It's done.
Releasing documents from my case, and then what
Yeah.
happened is like the case got sealed, so they ran up.
Oh, wait a minute, Rekieta. Who petitioned for the files to be sealed?
Whoa.
You did. You did, Rekieta, because you didn't want it coming out because it bothered you that you were being exposed and the truth was coming out about your case. So you cried to the judge about how your children were getting molested. Well, you talked to diddlers like Dax and Vito in your entourage, right?
Smart. It's smart.
And you got the case files sealed. Great. Good for you,
Out of
buddy.
documents to release, so they had to break up the last one into multiples because they're like. But the thing is, they're milking
Okay,
this
so it's
guy.
not a
Oh,
cop?
by the
I
way,
thought
pause.
that-
This guy claims, by the way, that he doesn't read his thread. When it's
Exactly.
very obvious that he's reading it every single day, reading every post in there, and letting it really affect his mental health and cause him to spiral when he needs to be focusing his energy and resources in other places. Then we have Dick Masterson, who just out of nowhere starts a conspiracy theory that that poster is a police officer. But then Rekieta will deny that that's out there in the ether and that's even a rumor, right?
Yeah.
So when he brings on these guests to bring up talking points that he wants introduced, so I had nothing to do with that. I don't know what you're talking
It
about.
was the guest. I
Well,
didn't
you're
say
s-
it.
Yeah.
But it's to bring it to the ether, yeah.
I figured that was a cop. But I guess if they don't have
I have-
access anymore, then
I
They
have
don't.
no
They're
idea
not.
who it might be. None
have
at
no
all.
idea.
And the way he responds is in a way to confirm that Dick is right.
Yeah.
I mean, you are probably right, but I can't legally say.
Yeah.
It's like the tone you're saying it is to lead him.
What's crazy is that they really think that nobody has any idea what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and they just think they're so smart and so cute about it. It's like, no, you're really not. You guys are dumbasses.
Yeah.
And you guys are in your 40s, like circle jerking about fucking Kiwi farms. Like,
Right?
get a fucking grip, guys. And it's obviously not Josh that's seething. It's you guys that are seething at fucking Josh.
Yeah.
None. But no, so the thing is they only have access to a couple documents.
By the way, their smiles right now are the biggest cope. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone on the internet hates you. Both of your shows are failing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you're lying, Nick. Like, no one believes this was happening. Why are you smiling?
They've never been at a lower point. And as they talk
Exactly.
about all of this horrible shit, like to his kids and stuff, they're just laughing.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't really a laughing matter, and you guys really shouldn't even be talking about this shit.
Right?
Every legal professional in the world would advise Nick to not talk about this stuff, but he just can't help himself because he thinks he's the smartest man in the whole world.
Well, he needs to shut the fuck up.
But no, so the thing is they only have access to a couple documents and then they don't have any more. And so
Because you got
they've
the
been
case sealed. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, guess what? When I went live and they kept producing documents, eventually they ran out of documents. I guess I won, Dick.
Right?
Okay.
trying to
Nice
milk
job,
this last
bro.
It's so bullshit.
one, which means that the document they're releasing is the transcript from a hearing that happened on June 7th, but they're releasing it in parts.
Oh,
And so they're-
okay. So they're really fucking everybody up because they're
Well,
everyone's
right,
on a
and-
time delay now.
And the
Or
funny
Kiwi
thing
Farm.
is, they're like, "Oh, this is stupid. This is really gonna fuck Nick over." And it's like, wait, but like, I know my kids are back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but this is the thing, Rekieta. Why are you bringing it up if it doesn't make you seethe?
Yeah.
You know, obviously it does make you seethe, and you having your kids back temporarily is not the be-all, end-all of victories, bro. Because before all this started, there wasn't even a question of if you were going to see your kids or not, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, the bar of victory has been lowered so fucking low into
Well, it's like the
mud,
Ralph
bro.
thing, right? It's like the Ralph
No,
thing. I hit
and
my
that's-
goal. I hit my goal. It's
And
like,
that's what his tweets are sounding like now. It's sounding like Ralph. And when he starts bragging during this, I spend more money on food than most people make in a year.
Yeah.
It's the Ralph. I spend more on liquor and my shoes than you made all month, bitch. He's starting to sound like Ralph. I'm winning. You're coping, Josh.
Yeah.
You're a big cope, Josh. It's like, Rekieta, Josh isn't on trial for crimes.
Exactly.
Like, he hasn't been exposed as a cuckold whose dick doesn't work. Okay? Get a grip.
So, so like, oh, Nick's really gonna get fucked by this. Like, well, that didn't happen. Funny thing is, I know it didn't happen because I remember when the hearing occurred.
Well, they're back and free and clear. There's no more kid thing at all.
Even
Right, but guess what? What happens if you go to jail, bro? Then you
Yeah.
won't be seeing your kids. So if you take this to court, if you take this to trial and you don't plea out and you're found guilty, you will serve time and your kids won't be with you. So this idea that, oh, well, my kids will be with me forever, it's not even a question. No, there are conditions. That's why you have that fucking patch on your arm, buddy. That's why you're doing drug tests, because there are conditions and you could lose your kids.
Yeah.
So stop telling lies and trying to pretend something different, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're within the jaws of the system. And no one else here is to the degree you are, to where they're watching you take a piss, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They're watching you piss. Like, you have to go in and do it. But yeah, it's everybody else who's coping, bro.
And free and clear. There's no more kid thing at all. So all of that was for no reason.
Your screaming is really funny, Dick.
For no reason. Are you? Hello? He's not innocent yet. He's not innocent.
Just because his children were placed back conditionally with him does not mean that everything was lies and that Miss Sweep lied and the pastor lied.
That's the angle he's trying to bring it. Yeah.
You know, that's what he's trying to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. Doesn't logically follow. But he's relying on the ignorance, people's ignorance of the legal system to try and go, I've been vindicated on everything. Well, you still have an ongoing criminal matter. And this whole thing with child custody or child protective services is still ongoing as well.
Exactly.
Like they just don't listen. CPS always wants to reunite parents with their children. That's because it's the easiest outcome for everybody, right? So unless the situation is just completely untenable and totally fucked, they're going to give you back the kids, but they're going to have conditions on that. And it's going to be the same with your probation. If you plea out, you still are going to have conditions that you're going to need to satisfy to the state in order to keep your kids and keep your freedom. So stop trying to pretend like you're a totally innocent man who's been vindicated on everything. It's not the case.
Well, yeah, that's what it sounds like Dick's trying to do. Oh, so it was all for nothing. No. That's not how it works, dude.
All of it. Like all of this hysteria over your case amounted to nothing.
Even Nick's
have
I
him show
can't
you
say
his
that.
arm. Have him show you his arm. Let's see the patch, bud.
Let's hear.
It's totally amounted
There's
to
a
nothing.
statute that says if a controlled substance is located in a home with children, the children are presumed to be in danger and need to be removed until the danger is resolved. That's different from child endangerment, the crime.
But that's why you have to take the piss test. That's why you have to have that thing on your arm.
Exactly.
Because they need to show, they need proof that you're not still using drugs, Nick, in order to have your kids with you. Like, because you were using drugs. Everybody knows you were using drugs.
Not even Dick was able to like eschew the actual truth because he's like, well, yeah, as long as I don't do drugs.
The crime of child endangerment would have
like Dick has no idea what he's agreeing to or happy about.
Like there was a neglect charge.
There was.
There was. So I don't know why he can just lie about that. He's allowed to lie. It's a free country, but we're also allowed to not believe him.
The requisite intent and knowledge aspects of criminal law attached. Okay. So here's the thing. In our case, a search was conducted of our home, right? Yeah. I'm not going to say that the search was necessarily valid.
Look at Dick's face. He's trying to put on this this is the greatest tragedy since fucking Shakespeare.
Yo, you look at his forehead here.
Shit. Oh,
look at his forehead.
How could they do you like this, brother? This is so evil. These evil statist, bootlicking fascist scum stopped you from giving your 9-year-old cocaine.
You look at his forehead. He's a Klingon.
Caving in. He's legitimately a dented Klingon.
He's a Klingon.
But that's a court argument. But a search was conducted of our home. And during that search, the county sheriff alleges they found a controlled substance. That alleged controlled substance has not been tested or weighed by the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension in Minnesota yet.
So Rekieta is seriously running with this shit.
Yeah.
It field tested positive for cocaine. We saw the powder on your nose. We saw the blood from your nose. We saw you acting like a cokehead. We saw you trying to breathe. We heard the coke rocks.
Everything.
It's just a formality. They're going to lab test it before the trial.
Exactly.
And it is going to test positive for cocaine. But Rekieta is just trying to play bullshit word games. Ooh.
And Aaron told us everything, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
So they actually don't know that they have a controlled substance. Their field testing is inadmissible to show the presence of a controlled substance.
It's going to go nowhere in court,
you know? Yeah.
Like, why would they field test it if it didn't matter at all? Right? Like,
right?
Well, for the purposes of...
We saw him on coke. We saw him on coke.
Of establishing some level of cause, right? It goes
saw you were on coke, buddy.
By the way, it wasn't even like, I think he's on coke. He might be high. It's like, there is no way he's not on drugs right now.
There were ketamine tablets in his
There's
house
no
as
way.
well.
You know?
the factors for establishing probable cause.
He had all the
But they haven't-
paraphernalia for drug use, man. He had the snort tubes. He had the tray. He had everything.
Yeah.
Come on. It was on credit cards. Come on.
Actually tested it yet. So they don't know the actual weight.
Even Dick's like, well,
This is the direction you're choosing to go, dude.
He does. He's a Klingon. He literally is the human Klingon, isn't he?
But they
Of
have
the
weighed it, and
Oh,
it was
shit.
20. They did weigh it, and it was 26.67 grams. Okay. Like,
Controlled substance. They don't know the actual chemical composition of the alleged controlled substance. But during their field testing, it field tested positive for what would be a controlled substance. And based on
called
that, they have
cocaine. I love how he can't
would
just say
be-
what
yeah.
it really is, which would be a controlled substance, which would be cocaine.
Coke, you
It's
know?
all this like euphemistic dancing around things, and like this sleazy sort of bullshit might work in court, but
Yeah.
it's not going to work in the court of public opinion. Everybody can see through you. Everybody can see that you're not being honest and that you're obscuring and muddying the waters of the truth, and nobody has any respect for you, bro. This is bullshit what you're doing.
the grounds to emergency place the children out of the home, which is what they did.
Yeah.
There are no other grounds for the removal of my children from my house. So despite
Just the drug. Just the
you know,
drugs.
look at Dick. Look at Dick's reaction. Just the drugs, you know. That what my 9-year-old also tested positive for, but you know, other than that, straight as an arrow.
It's like it's been AI'd.
Come on.
the
Oh, look at him here.
Well, you know, like look at that, man. Come on, he doesn't believe this. He doesn't believe this for 1 second. Come on. You not felt it is right. Like the
Oh
cops
my
field
God.
testing was not valid, but there was also lab testing. If that's his court defense, he's fucked.
Bro, that's so like it's
Should it be an emote?
I think no.
Let's get 5 subs for it to be an emote.
Alright,
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good. That's pretty good.
He's like, looks like he's about to explode, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The cope is like he's holding
he
in the
looks like
cope.
a homeless Santa.
He's holding.
the kvetching online, there was not
No, I will not calm down.
actually any finding of child maltreatment or malnourishment or neglect or abuse. None of that actually
All
has
that I'm
happened.
hungry shit. Yeah.
That was all. But people, I tried to tell people early on.
I just think it's funny because he just looked extremely fat in my window there.
Oh, yeah,
He does.
buddy.
He does.
Those were some chubby cheeks, bro.
Yeah. Holy shit.
He was chipmunk maxed hard.
That is a mad chipmunk. Yeah. Wow.
Well, he can fit quite a few Baldos in there. You know.
Exactly. Hang on, let me just save this real quick and I'll hit play. Export. Dick Masterson.
An emote and a half, says Stone Silo.
Oh man, that was funny.
Let's
All right.
get some subs. Well, that's what Deus Punk's saying too. No one believes it. They're just milking him for the last drops of clout. Like he actually thinks that Dick is his friend or that Dick has respect for him or any of that. Dick's laughing at him. Dick thinks this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
All this shit that he's going through. And Dick will be milking it for the very last dollar that he can.
That report, the kid being hungry. First of all, children say they're hungry when they're hungry. Like when they want to eat a sandwich.
Oh,
they say
come
they're
on.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is where we're at now. This is the unbelievable cope that Rekieta is hitting us with now. Children say they're hungry when they're hungry. My kids weren't complaining that I wasn't feeding them to their trusted youth pastor. Come on.
We know.
Come on.
We know.
And, you know, they're laughing about it. Ha, 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 ha. This is
hungry,
really, it is infuriating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be real, like, listening to this shit last night did bring my piss to a boil. It really did. And they're like, oh, we won. Oh, we're joking about abusing children. Yeah, good for you guys.
of like
They
adult
say it all
does.
the time. They say it while they're eating. They say, I'm starving. I don't want to. And they say, I'm hungry. I don't want to eat that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
It's different when they're telling
Yeah,
people.
his 16-year-old is just like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
And
Come
when this
on.
story
When,
eventually,
by the way, when the fucking his daughter is asking the police officer for a change of clothes,
Yeah.
that's all just bullshit too, right? That's what kids do. They tug on an officer's pant leg and ask for a change of clothes.
Please,
We had clothes on clothes, bro. Why can't we see the body cam, Rekieta? Why won't you sign off on its release? Because you know
It's
you're gonna be
terrible.
exposed, dude.
gets told, and it's so much fucking worse than I can express. But it has to be told through court first, because if
Then
I
why are
just
you
tell it now,
talking now? So
But
you're
you'll
gonna
continue
so
every
you're-
day.
So, by the way, you're just going to do half measures and half truths and all this bullshit to muddy the waters?
Yep.
Why don't you just, if the truth is the truth and it's your defense in court and it's the truth and you can prove it, why don't you just tell us the fucking truth? Or just stay silent and let the process handle it and then tell us your story. But already you've told us stuff that are lies, such as that you quit drinking, and then we have a publicly available piss test that says you didn't.
Yeah.
But then my stomach grew bacteria that was like alcohol. Just stop it, man. Tell the truth.
people won't have any reason to believe it.
And by the way, he's doing this to have a slight
No,
W
seriously.
over
I'm
Josh.
telling you, motherfuckers, that was the cope on his locals, was that people's stomach can create some sort of bacteria that could be similar to alcohol on a piss test.
Please.
Oh,
Please.
Great thing is, when I get to tell it, I have all of the documentation. I have the recorded conversations. I have the video.
then show it.
I have it all to back it up.
Well, you
This
got to
is
wait till the end to tell it. That's the prestige, you know? You can't.
Yeah, it's also the felony charge.
You guys are yucking it up. I'm just charged with 25 years worth of felonies.
Fucking
Jack.
felony.
It's Josh Moon who's felted, right?
Fucking felonies. Let's fucking go.
The other part of it, Family Services ignored all of those reports. All the reports that said that the kids were hungry or didn't have clothes,
really?
which is ludicrous.
Isn't
If you
that
have-
it is? Isn't it ludicrous that Family Services would ignore all those reports?
Yes.
But
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that's crazy, isn't it?
any concept of how many clothes we have,
Yeah.
you guys don't. My kid's closet looks like a fucking Goodwill. Like it's just racks.
Arcade, like
It's a
that's
Goodwill?
not the win you think it is, bro. Like, and even Dick's gonna say they're gonna
looks like
use
a
that
Salvation
against.
Army. It looks like a
Oh,
Salvation
come
Army.
on.
It's all in cardboard boxes labeled.
And now they're going to
in
say
racks of
that,
clothing.
you know,
Yeah, even Dick's
Yeah.
like,
So
you
now they're
shouldn't
gonna
really be
say all
called-
the kids' clothes were dirty and old and ragged. Great.
Yeah, because Goodwill is supposed to be donated clothes. Like it's not like
and Pig Riser's right. How many clothes we have? What a moron. It's not a question of how many clothes you have, but in what condition said clothes were.
yeah, how clean.
It doesn't matter. You don't have an infinite amount of clean clothes. We have so many clothes that they have new clothes for every day of the week. No, the question is, are the clothes clean
Yes.
or are they dirty? Get ready for his cope, though, about how he had it sorted in piles on the floor.
Wow. Okay.
It was really
No, that's-
organized in piles on the floor. You know,
they're going to
there's
say
this
that's
thing,
Dresser.
there's this
Floor.
thing called like a dresser or a hamper, like a hamper that you sort the dirty clothes into. Like I have one that has like color and whites,
Whoa,
so that I
that's
know. Like,
racism.
whoa, man!
That's racism.
because your home's in squalor. Nick.
Right. Yeah. No,
But it is in squalor. Look at Dick's like he's laugh.
You know,
Your house is
and
in
the thing
squalor.
is,
It is
the
though.
Yes.
It actually it's like
I get it.
Everybody who's
It's
been
fine.
there has described it as being a filthy fucking
Yeah.
shithole, even when you guys had your shit together, which by the end you didn't. So we just have to, oh, no, what Aaron told us, we have to disregard. What the police told us in their report, we have to disregard. We just have to disregard everything.
Yep.
You're not allowed to see the body cam that would easily prove it one way or the other. You just have to trust Nick Rekieta's word, which isn't worth shit.
Exactly.
I love
It's,
how they think that this is a win.
It's
Like it's so embarrassing the copes they came up with, man.
How about this laugh? Wow, he's a grandpa here, eh? He's a full-on grandpa.
But it doesn't. It's like what people.
It's so fucked up.
There's a myopia of. I'm going to say this. It sounds rude, but there's a myopia of poverty.
His buzzword, the myopia of poverty.
How is chat?
Which is basically he's trying to say that nobody's as wealthy as him, and nobody's a big time e-celeb, and nobody's Nick Rekieta.
Please.
So therefore, they can only go by their tragic, impoverished perspectives, and that they're just simply too dumb, poor, and retarded to understand that he didn't do nothing. Is his buzzword phrasing now? Yeah.
I've coined it.
Okay.
And it's when people.
What is actually it's called is mycopia.
Myopia.
Yeah, mycope. That's what it is, bro.
It's not necessarily a financial poverty. It's poverty of anything. Poverty of information, experience, education, doesn't matter. But the myopia of poverty is when your experience is.
Look, even Dick.
It's like, is this really what we're going with? Like, this is how we're gonna win the meme war with the farms, boys.
This is the cope.
Any day now, all the shit posters online are gonna start saying myopia of poverty. And then everybody's gonna bend over and bow to the incredible joke of the myopia of poverty. It's so funny, Sean. Laugh! Why aren't you laughing, Sean? Myopia of poverty! Like, fuck.
So far removed from some other experience that you can't fathom the situation that must be occurring.
He's basically calling everyone who doesn't believe him brokies.
Basically, that's what he's doing, except it's nowhere near as funny as when Andrew Tate says, somebody's got to serve the Big Macs.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to sweep the floor, you dummy, you brokey. Like, it's just lacking any of the charisma or timing or comedic value that Andrew Tate would have.
But
it's just this like try-hard, pathetic cope out of nowhere that even Dick can't make sense of. But he's just sniffing his own farts, man. Like, this is yes. I'm just so rich and incredible. You know, like, the reality is there are people that grew up in horrible poverty that can't even comprehend the depravity of your sick fucking household.
Yeah.
Where your 9-year-old daughter's testing positive for cocaine. That's the real myopia of fucking poverty, you fucking dumbass. That you can't even see how fucked up your whole life is and how pathetic it is. When your children, even though you're a millionaire, are going hungry and their clothes are fucking stinking while you're going skiing in the fucking snow and your wife's getting railed by Aaron M. Holte in the other room. That's the myopia of poverty. That's where you can't see how cucked you are. You're blinded by your own fucking arrogance, you moron. Myopia of poverty. That's you, bitch.
Let's fucking go.
It's the Baldo goggles. Take
You
off
apply
the
your-
Baldo goggles.
Experience that you can't fathom the situation that must be occurring.
You're right. I can't fucking fathom it. I can't fathom how you couldn't just put in a fucking Uber Eats order for your kids. I couldn't fathom it.
Look at Dick here. Oh yeah. Yes. The paws can't realize why we have drugs in our house.
And so you apply your own situation into it. So what people hear is they hear there was lots of laundry on the ground and they go, man, if I had lots of laundry on the ground, it would look like X. And it's like, and then I wouldn't have laundry to wear. It's like, oh, no.
But nobody has like laundry just laying on the ground in fucking piles.
That's
other
insane.
than like fucking degenerates, bro.
That's a
like,
crackhead syndrome right there.
You know, like this is crazy, bro. Like, yeah, in a bachelor fucking pad.
Yeah.
Like I lived in with Surfer, but even then we fucking had laundry baskets for fuck's sake.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You don't understand how many clothes our children have. We have a 16-year-old down to a 6-year-old, which means we have hand-me-down. Oh, and my wife comes from a huge family. We have
like the question of hand-me-downs when you guys are multi-millionaires.
But I
Like,
get
this
it
is-
because you have kids within the like ranges of them growing,
Yeah.
and then you hand it down. That's fine, but you have to clean the hand-me-downs. When they're filthy, they are now just used clothing.
You know, and like it's really not that much fucking effort to throw
No!
it in a fucking laundry machine and into the fucking dryer.
Like, no,
It only
just
becomes
toss
a
her.
clusterfuck when you let it build up for months, and then you guys just don't give a fuck enough to plow through it
Yeah.
because you're too busy getting high.
Hand-me-downs for days. We have new clothes for days. Like our kids have just fucking
We
tons.
have clothes for days,
Even-
but are they clean?
Even Dick's like, I don't know, Nick. Yeah, but you have I have
Some
clothes for
clothes.
days. Yeah, they're not clean. That's the problem.
And we don't really get rid of them between the two ages because you save up like
No one's talking about that.
No, it's completely
one-
irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
The question is, are they clean, bro?
Yeah, you can have 1,000 shirts, but if they're all dirty, they're all dirty shirts.
By the way, he's not going like we always make sure we do laundry on Wednesdays and Sundays so it doesn't build up. We have it on a strict schedule. Obviously not, bro. Like, this is crazy. The nanny left town. You couldn't get a new nanny that you could trust with your degenerate secrets. That's why there was no new nanny hired. Because
Yep.
the previous nanny had fucking seen enough of your degeneracy. Then it got way worse when she left. The house just completely descended into filth and depravity. And you guys didn't give a fuck to clean it because you guys were fucked out of your mind on drugs. And your kids, they're kids. You know? Like, it shouldn't fall on them. Shouldn't fall on a 9-year-old to make sure she has clean clothes. And she's tugging on a fucking cop's pant leg asking for clean clothes.
kid grows out of some stuff, you save it because the next kid's going to grow into it. So
Right.
and you start getting rid of the stuff at the youngest levels, but in the meanwhile, you have a bunch. And so, yeah, was there a bunch of laundry in the house? Absolutely. It was incidentally, it was sorted into piles so that it could be washed
It
in the
was
laundry room that
sorted
it was
into
adjacent to.
piles on the floor. What grown-ass adult sorts their clothes in piles?
On the floor.
Even fucking brokies would sort it on fucking chairs.
Or on a couch or something.
Or so, like, fuck, man, it shouldn't be at this point. Where the fuck are the laundry baskets?
By the way,
So obviously this is a systemic issue of your household because you don't give a fuck.
the only time that you could sort it on the floor is on laundry day beside the machine. All right, I'm beside the machine. Now I'm sorting it. Not like, hey, guys, I just leave it on the
fucking
floor.
They had a laundry room. Why wasn't it sorted
On
in
the
the fucking
laundry
laundry
room.
It's just in various piles all throughout the house, haphazard.
It should be in the laundry room on the day.
But hey, who's counting? That being
That
said,
sounds like a Goodwill.
yeah,
And he gets dunked on by Dick.
It does
and he
sound like a
doesn't
Goodwill.
even realize that he got fucking dunked on.
Yeah.
He's not retarded.
except with less less people who don't speak English in it.
Yeah.
But no, the whole
Ha 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 ha.
Was that him trying to get back at Dick with like a Hispanic job? I don't fucking even know.
No, I don't. By the way, like, but you're claiming your house looks like a Goodwill, Nick. Like,
No, it's not
Interesting thing.
wise.
about it though is despite all of the where remember my house was called an overall dirty home because it had dust on the vents.
No.
that's
Shut
bullshit.
the fuck
That's
up.
bullshit.
No. And then here's Dick going, yeah, because it's cops and they're da-da-da-da. No, it wasn't just dust on the vents. There were dirty dishes stacked to the fucking ceiling in the sink, they said. They said there were clothes all over the place. There was dust all over the fucking walls. And they said it was a generally filthy home. There were more examples just beyond dust on the vents. Let's not forget, by the way, that there's in their master bathroom, they leave a pug in there to shit and piss all over the floor because they're too lazy to leave it to take it outside to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a bathroom that's covered in dog shit and dog piss, I'm going to say you do live in a filthy home.
Yep.
It was
Fucking
a
cop.
crack den they came into. Come on.
Ops.
Oh, I know. It's so fucking fun. It's like they're dust
The
on the
carpets
vents. Okay.
were black.
But,
the carpets were black. You've even admitted the carpets were black, sir.
No one
But
believes
no,
this
it was
fucking
just
guy.
dust on the vents. So now, because he got his children temporarily based on conditions placed back in his home, suddenly he's vindicated on all of this. He's innocent on all of it.
Bullshit.
Well, the kids were never hungry. They all had so many clothes on clothes, bro.
Everything
And
was a
the
lie.
house wasn't dirty, bro. It was just dust on the vents. And we're supposed to accept this gaslighting because Daddy Dick Masterson is here to wave a magic fucking wand over it. Guess what, guys? It's not 2018 anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what to tell you. Things aren't dictated by magical E-Daddy Dick Masterson to tell people what the truth is and what isn't. People are actually able to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
all of that stuff about the hungry kids, the not having clothes and all that.
How was the chat during this time? Did you see it?
I honestly, I didn't
No.
fucking eat. No, actually, I did because it was being swept.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like all wrenches, all positive. Anybody saying anything was just getting fucking tossed.
Okay. How many viewers?
Because the only way these lies can exist is when the truth is suppressed, which is why he wants everything hidden in darkness. He wants the files sealed. He doesn't want the body cam coming out. He doesn't want the proceedings of the trial to be a matter of public record. He wants everything swept under the rug because the only way his bullshit lies can stand is when there's an absence of truth and an absence of criticism. And that's what he wants, which is what he argued against his whole life, by the way, on YouTube, which we'll get into towards the end of this segment, just how much of a hypocritical, rotten pile of shit he is.
Yeah.
That was all ignored by CPS. It was all ignored entirely because there was no basis to it. And as they did their investigation, which their initial thing when they hear this stuff is, oh my God, right? They did their investigation and continued to find that there was no basis for any of it. In fact,
Are we supposed to believe that everything was just like, was this bullshit? That none of it happened? None of it existed? Stop. Like, no. We're not in crazy town here.
they found were 5 children who are all above average height, above average weight, above average intelligence.
So-
who do very well.
Oh, yeah. They're all fucking the
So
greatest.
They're above average weight. So he's saying, like, the only way that it could be that you were neglecting them and not feeding them and their clothes were stinky is if they were literal starving Africans. Well, I'm sorry, but if it was only had fallen to true shit for 3 weeks or a month or 6 weeks of just you not feeding them and stuff like that, they wouldn't yet be skeletons. It doesn't prove that you weren't feeding them and you weren't neglecting them for weeks, buddy.
Yeah.
But his flex is his children are fat. I just want to bring that out.
Yeah.
on
My
their
kids
studies
are fat.
who are wildly involved, or their parents are wildly involved in their lives. Every single fucking interview that they had said one thing over and over. These kids really love their parents. The parents really love the kids, and the parents are always around.
What a defense. Yeah, the kids love their parents. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a high bar. My kids love me. Yeah, they should love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, even kids that are being horribly fucking beaten and abused will
Will
still
still
say
love
they
their
love their
parents.
fucking parents,
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
The kids. They're always there. We're at everything. And our kids are involved in tons of stuff. And in all of that, they're like, yeah, the only thing they ever had was there were drugs allegedly present in the home.
The only
nobody-
thing.
But nobody is saying that you weren't a good father or Kayla wasn't a good mother for years and years or years. What we're saying is you guys fell into a pit of degeneracy and drugs and lost complete control and spiraled and then neglected your kids. That's what actually happened. And so why you're trying to pretend like it was 10 years of horrible abuse and the children must hate them. No. So you guys fell into a rabbit hole of degeneracy from which you just lacked any sort of self-control and you neglected your kids. Just admit to it. Blame it on the fucking drugs. Get off the fucking drugs. Get your shit together. Do your apology. Holy fuck, how could I have been so fucked up? And move on with your life.
Yeah.
But no, instead we all have to be gaslit. He didn't do no drugs. It's like saying I never ate any fucking cheeseburgers. Like, shut the fuck up, buddy. It's self-evident.
home during this search.
Damn it.
So
Yeah.
once those were removed, it was a matter of, that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting story. And it got
Which one?
Yeah, that.
What story?
So
Oh, yeah.
once
Whole
those were
story.
removed, it was a matter of
The what?
that.
The head?
No, this whole thing is the whole ordeal is his story.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to this next one. I don't know how much of this we're gonna do, but
Yeah,
this one is how he tries to explain the 9-year-old's fucking having coke in the system.
All right.
So get ready for this incredible cope, which is that hair tests are heckin' racist and they fuck over black people, but they're accurate for white people, but your daughter's not black.
So
Simo Jones says there's whining in the background. I think one of your kids are crying because they're starving or want more cocaine. The stuff that got you here to begin with.
Imagine reading that out
read that.
and thinking you're winning. And reading that out, and it's not just some insane joke. It's actually reality.
It's literally, yeah.
And then look at it, he laughs.
They have to laugh at it.
Like a sick fuck laughing at his 9-year-old daughter testing positive. And then Rekieta just, aw shucks. He's being all sheepish and shit.
He's red as fuck. Is it just me? Or is it like his camera?
You know,
He's
that's
like
Theodore
red.
Bulb. He's trying to lean into it, but you can't lean into your daughter testing positive for cocaine.
Yeah, while
That's
you're
insane.
on trial for it.
Guys, the kids were never on cocaine. That's like if that's not what you get from this, the state saying, "Oh yeah, you could have your kid back," then you are a fucking retard. Which I've been telling you.
Yeah,
That's
we're
not
the retards. Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the case, right?
Yeah,
They've been
it's not.
temporarily placed in the custody of their
It's
parents
temporary
because
order.
that's what's convenient.
Yeah, it's just temporary until the case is done.
A retard from the beginning, but I was willing to let this work out
The
before
fact that you believe anything that
But they
he's
all-
saying
like,
makes
the
you the
thing
biggest
is
retard.
It's like the test was positive. Like,
Exactly.
Right? Like there's nothing you can say or do that's going to change the fact that result was positive. All you can try and do is maintain, like, oh, you know, you have to hope that the people are ignorant of how the justice system works and, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, she couldn't have tested positive for coke and they put her back with them. No, it's just that the system is fucked.
Yes.
The system is fucked up. And they don't, under any circumstances, they really don't want to have to put kids into foster care because it is fucking horrible. So they're going to put them with the parents almost no matter what, if they can fucking justify it. And because Rekieta is like wealthy and stuff like this,
Yep.
and he's finally agreed to put the drug patch on his arm, and all, they let him have the kids come back. It doesn't mean that he's innocent of everything. It doesn't mean that.
say, if you don't get it now, that there was never any issue, you're just straight up fucking retarded.
If you guys had,
For saving you.
if you guys don't realize that if the state had any inkling that we had given a child cocaine, that we would be charged with felony child abuse, like
You'd be
and
dead.
the kids
But
would
no,
not be
they're not.
around.
they're not. So just because the state doesn't have evidence to prove that you didn't dose your kid or did or didn't dose your kid with cocaine doesn't mean that you didn't.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
understand? What the state is going with, I think, is that it was an environmental contamination.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, they're not saying there wasn't coke in her system. There was coke in her system. We now have to come up with an explanation as to why.
Why?
And some people believe that you did dose your daughter with that because of what Aaron said, that you believe cocaine is medicinal, and you've told him this, and she has some health problems that you might have thought you could treat with cocaine, is where that's coming from. But is it really any better if she accidentally got into your stash or if she was dosed from the environment? I guess slightly. But at the end of
It's
the
not
day,
as
your
crazy.
9-year-old still tested positive for cocaine.
Yeah, it's not
It's
as
time to
crazy, but
repent.
it's still nuts. It's still the craziest thing ever. Like, by the way, someone in chat said this is so true. Some kids have been sent back to worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes there is an injustice in the justice system.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? It happens, unfortunately.
That would not be a thing. Like, not just not be around. Like, we may not be out of jail until our hearing or until our like trial. Like, that's an extremely serious crime.
Yeah.
The problem was, I mean, hell, one of the state workers flat out said they don't believe that the child had actually ingested anything.
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about, though? That's such a like someone, one of the workers,
But,
one of them.
but I love now he relies on the credibility of state workers,
Exactly.
to be honest, right? Meanwhile, all the other state officers, the police, they're all lying. But you can trust that one because they agree with me.
Yeah, one of them who's not on the record, not on the paper.
No,
You
exactly.
know what I mean?
It's a bullshit, unverifiable lie.
Exactly.
I haven't seen that in court documents. Maybe it's there. I don't know if I've read every single document, but I've read a lot of them.
Exactly.
They brought up environmental exposure. I haven't had an opportunity. That was actually my big problem with the whole thing was that that test was dropped on us less than 24 hours before our hearing.
Okay.
We had no opportunity to hire an expert. The state didn't have an expert, and we didn't have. That was the point of my entire objection. Was all I wanted was an objection to the admission of any discussion about the test until we could have it reviewed.
Yeah.
Or a continuance so that we could have it reviewed. Because when the state told us about the test,
God, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, man. Well, I wanted this continuance and this and that. It's like, listen, your daughter tested positive for cocaine, bro. This legalistic babbling you're doing is not really helpful.
Can you believe it? They broke my rights. Which they didn't, first of all.
I fucking lost my mind.
I'm sure you did.
I said, that's impossible.
I'm sure everybody would.
Fucking impossible. And by the way, the state worker tried to lie to us and said that false positives on hair follicle tests are impossible. They said they cannot produce a false positive.
Who said this to you?
Nobody said
No
that.
one said this to him.
You're making this up to
bullshit.
try and make them seem unreasonable and insane.
Again,
right?
no name, no like a written statement.
Where is that?
One of
Where
them
is
said
that
it's
in writing?
impossible. It's fucking bullshit.
And for them to say, I mean, what? It's irrelevant if they said that or not. It doesn't really actually affect the proceeding that.
But
they
it's
said
to
that.
muddy the waters of the people listening, basically.
The state, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, government bad, guys.
Yeah, government.
The state's always wrong, and they never get it right, and it's evil, and we need to abolish the state. Okay.
Really? What if you misread the document right now? What about that?
That's the state.
False positive.
People ask, well, why didn't you get the child retested? We tried. They wouldn't do it.
Fucking bullshit.
Let's just keep testing the child until we get the result we
Bullshit.
want, until it's out of the system. I'm pretty sure they actually did order retests for all of the kids.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they actually did in the document. I might be wrong,
Maybe.
but I'm pretty sure all of the kids were tested twice.
Chat.
They wouldn't do it.
Yeah, of course not. Once they get what they need, they're done.
Yeah, Aquarius Neat says they literally retest if they get a positive, especially if they get a positive on a 9-year-old. I'm pretty sure I've read in the documents. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've read that immediately they retested her and it confirmed.
They would have to. They would have to, right?
Yeah. Actually, the exact quote was the county is not interested in pursuing a second test.
Yeah.
That was because I said that's
Maybe. Are they right? No, someone's saying they did retest.
I honestly, I don't even really.
It doesn't even matter.
This is the thing is.
Doesn't matter.
What he does every single time is he brings up these random points that don't actually matter and then tries to have the argument on these minute little points that don't matter. And then if he wins that minute, then suddenly he's cleared of everything. And that's not how it works. It's very frustrating dealing with this because it's so pedantic and hair splitting.
Sorry.
Holy.
There's no fucking way that test is accurate. Not a chance. But it was amazing. The whole thing has been so fucking insane. The last thing I was saying, I don't know where I got cut off, but the last thing I was saying was the fail rate on hair follicle tests for cocaine is 35%.
Yeah.
Across all ages and populations is actually higher amongst kids. False positives, false negatives. It's not a reliable test. And there's tons of information as to it not being reliable.
Well, it's
My
what the,
biggest
it's
prop-
what the state uses.
You had coke in your house.
It's
You
neither
were caught
here nor
with
there.
it.
So, it's like you fail the test, so you have to attack the credibility of the test.
Yeah.
That's really what this is about.
No. It's bullshit, though. There's coke found not only on your nose on video. We heard it. They found it. We know you were on it. We heard the fucking Aaron from
And
there.
it's funny there was only a false positive on the drug he was
that you had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem with it was that we never got to fight it at all.
The problem is
it's not 35%. He says it's less than 1%. I looked into it. There's no way they would use a drug test that has a 1/3 failure rate.
35% failure rate.
It's immediately a reasonable doubt. And so there would be no way they would use that. And the code would just be inadmissible into evidence if what he was saying was actually true.
Yeah, that's like, come on.
But hey, why didn't we get to fight it? Because the government was happy with it just being out there.
Yeah, I don't. I seem to remember something in California where they kicked it out. They took it out of rotation in LA because it's racist. Because the test is racist against black people.
Horrifically.
Oh, here we are now. It's racist against black people.
Okay.
Let's just remember, Rekieta's daughter is not black.
It's horrifically racist.
She ain't black.
Like
she ain't black.
It's
so
horrifically
it's actually
racist.
irrelevant what they're saying.
Yes.
If you test a black guy and a white guy who do the same amount of cocaine in their hair, the black guys will test
By the way,
way higher.
Is that true?
Do you think that this argument, even let's grant it to them, right? Let's say it is true, which it's probably not, but let's say it is. Do you really think that this is going to sway their audience? Do you really think this is, it's heckin' racist, Reno? No, it's not going to fucking help them, this argument. Not at all.
In cocaine in their system. Let me see.
If they do cocaine more, and it's not going to sway the jury. It's not going to actually have any impact whatsoever on any of these proceedings. It's just a bullshit argument they pulled out of their ass.
All right, so
this was invented by Whitey to keep the black man down. As we all know, black people never do drugs.
So the no, what they're saying is not true at all, unless someone found something else different. It's just there's a higher percentage of them caught with coke in their system. So yes, they are found with more drugs on them, but
they're gonna say, like, if you inject a black guy with 2 grams of cocaine and inject a white guy with 2 grams, the black guy will test positive for 4 grams.
No,
that's what they're gonna say.
Okay, what?
So they had to take it out. They should take it out everywhere.
Am I wrong?
It's totally bullshit. The hair shit.
A black person tests on average 4.5 times higher levels than a blonde.
4.5? 4.5 times more? So it's actually times 4, not just 2.
Person.
I just
when the
I don't
exact
believe
same.
that's the case.
Can someone find this
Can they actually
right now?
present any evidence of this shit? Because I could believe like a certain percentage higher, but 4.5 times the amount that they actually ingested will show up on tests if they're black.
That doesn't
and
make
the
any
implication
sense.
is white people designed it this way to screw over black people.
Okay, what the?
Same amount of cocaine is ingested in controlled tests.
Mm-hmm.
So if
I
people
wanna
don't know
find-
how they do this, when they do controlled cocaine testing, they actually do intravenous administration of cocaine to make sure that the amounts are stable. They use medical grade
Do black people have 4 times like
cocaine that they get?
And by the
from
way, like
specific
Dick's argument,
laboratory.
like, no shit, California will call it racist. California would call anything racist.
Yeah.
Man, Dick's eye there is not looking so
It's
looks like a
a
fucking
butt pirate.
monster of the week there.
This is all figured in because they have different types of cocaine testing. I've had to read a lot of cocaine testing, shockingly. They do different types of it, though. They have some where it's self-reported, like, hey, I use this much cocaine, blah, 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 blah. But when they do the scientific testing on the hair follicle studies, they use a specific grade of cocaine that they get from specific government resources, and then they inject it so that it's injected at a consistent rate, consistent with people.
I am not finding a single article or study on any of this.
Dick looks so puzzled by what's being told. Like,
well, it's a lie. This is like made up. There's not even one Reddit. Like someone's like, hey, I saw this. No one's even discussing it.
And people may not realize this, but the measurements of cocaine in tests are consistent amongst body sizes as well, because it's the weight of cocaine.
I don't believe he knows any of this shit. He's gonna start talking about metabolites, and he mispronounces the metabolite he's talking about. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah,
He's pulling all of this out of his ass. And like it might convince somebody who's very gullible and stupid, but even anybody that's slightly skeptical or has any sort of pushback, these claims are going to fall apart. Dick looks skeptical. He looks confused.
I'm skeptical.
Present per weight of the hair, not weight of the person. So when you have like some tests, like
doesn't Dick look like a bulldog or something, like a Looney Tunes like dog? Like
it kind of looks like the dog that's on the mug root beer can.
Yes! Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Blood alcohol and shit. It really is heavily dependent on the size of the person. A bigger person can have more alcohol in their blood, and it's a percentage.
By the way, that new Wizard of Oz movie trailer.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
You know, like, what's that? It's like based on the musical. Oh.
Was it Ariana Grande and that black chick? Like,
it's Wicked.
Wicked. Oh man, that looks awful. Sorry. Sheesh.
On cocaine, it's the weight of the hair. It's 1.5 grams of hair. No matter who it is, they use the same amount of hair to do the test. So when they do picograms per milligram, it's
even Dick's like, yeah, like Dick was like, can we not talk about this? It's boring.
None of this, man. It's boring.
It's like,
and it's all lies as well.
Lies, boring.
Milligram of hair that they use, but they're unreliable tests entirely. And that, so when we found out about it, the first thing we wanted was we wanted.
This is the thing is he knows better than the government. Unfortunately, it's the government who has the final say, bud.
Yeah.
So all of this is irrelevant bullshit. Seriously.
Well, it makes no sense.
Redone. Because there was no fucking way.
They should have wanted it redone. Like you can't be a responsible adult and say, "Oh, one of these kids tested positive and the hair." Like, let's just run it again and see. That's probably obviously bullshit.
Oh, and lots of people make a big deal about.
I'm pretty sure they did run it again.
No, but the way
some metabolite.
The way they're acting, like Nick being wrong. It's impossible.
It's just impossible.
Like, there's no
It's gotta be that the whole world is wrong. Like, no matter what evidence is presented, there has to be some way to get around it. There has to be some cope.
There's no way you could be wrong. I've ran the numbers 1,000,000 times.
The metabolite that was found, because people are like, oh, there's a metabolite. It's actually called benzocagnine. Benzocagnine. It's a weirdly pronounced thing. And it's the one metabolite of cocaine that actually is created outside of human bodies.
Oh.
It's a cocaine metabolite.
We all definitely know what any of this shit means, including, like, come on, man. We're experts on the metabolites. I love how he's suddenly an expert on drug tests.
Yeah.
Like, these guys know. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that I fucking am an expert on
I have no clue, yeah.
I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think or you think or either of those two fucking bozos think. What matters is, does the government accept it as a test that's credible? Oh, yes, they do. And she failed the test. So guess what? That's what's going to be used, brother. Woo!
Cocaine metabolizes outside of human bodies and into this metabolite. It's pretty fucking interesting because there are other metabolites. There's coethyl.
He's a fake lawyer, but a real scientist. Yeah, it sounds like you have a real good grasp of it. Look in his eyes.
Coethyl.
Look at the bullshitting. Zoom in.
The bully daddy.
Bro. This is like when you start techno babbling on Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's like the molecules and the molecular level have shifted, and it's the electrolysis of the then has led to this result, Captain. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Cataline or something, which is like cocaine.
The Cataline or something. Or something.
The dilithium
alcohol
crystals are not aligned. It's the
And then
colloidal silver.
There's norococaine, which is a different metabolite.
Beam me up, April.
Oh, fuck.
Beam me up, April.
Yeah, Rodimus Prime says he went to med school, and there's no such thing as a metabolite produced outside the human body. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, right?
Beam me up, April.
Because it's in the metabolism. Hence the term metabolite, right? I don't know. I'm just a fucking layman. But how can you go through your metabolism if it's not in your body?
You
Bump me up, Kayla.
Bump me up,
Kayla.
Bump me up.
None of those were found on the tests. It was only the one test where the sole metabolite that was found was the metabolite that occurs outside of the human body.
Man.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah, like Dick's like, yeah. What do you mean, yeah? You don't
You
know
can tell
anything.
he just really wants this to move on.
He's like, can we?
I don't know. It's not like I've read 40 fucking scientific papers on it now.
Oh, he's read 40 scientific papers.
Oh
Like,
no!
even Dick doesn't believe he read 40 scientific papers.
Get a load of this fucking guy.
By the way, you sure could read them. I don't know if you understood them though. Just because you read something doesn't mean you comprehend what you're fucking reading, dumbass.
Oh my god!
They should test the cops.
Oh, if you hear
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah!
There's the,
cops
old
are
libertarian.
high
It was
as
the cops who planted the coke, and they were sniffing it beforehand.
Yeah.
We gotta test those cops. They were the ones who were taking chunks off of it in evidence in Discovery Locker.
How about let's watch the
retarded. Oh,
fucking tape? Oh wait, we can't.
positive for several drugs on a hair follicle test.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Are we testing
I know,
money?
what are we
testing
doing?
cops or not? Like, it's such a stupid test.
An honest doubter says, could they have blank your kids while they had them?
Listen,
Dose
to
them,
this
I guess
insane
dose them. They have a syringe there.
Yeah, the
again,
kids were injected with cocaine.
The cops went in there.
We're actually taking this shit seriously.
If they did, you'd want that video, wouldn't you?
I know Roman Bellic
I'm not-
does it. Why go to med school when you can just read like 40 papers about medicine? You're good to go.
Yeah.
going to say,
You don't have to
Let's-
dose hair.
let
You just fuck up.
let's just say, it seems that there is actually an explanation, and that explanation will be
here it
raised
is.
at the appropriate time. The appropriate time is not on the internet.
Oh,
So why are you
my
talking
God.
then? If the appropriate time to explain things is not on the internet, then why are you talking about
I
all
have
the
the
things
exact
in the first
reason
place?
that will
He knows
solve this
exactly
entire
why.
thing. But
Just
I can't
2 more
say it.
weeks, bro. Which, by the way, it's obviously going to be that Aaron dosed the kid,
Yeah.
or that it was Aaron's negligence.
Yep.
He dropped the fucking bullet of cocaine, and the kid got into it.
Negative flap.
That's what it's going to be. I bet.
Bad lawyers. Okay, here we go.
For my first hearings that I had with the child custody part of it, they didn't tell us we had a hearing. Like, I found
lot.
out the day we had a hearing, I found out that 3 hours before the hearing that we had one.
Are they just incompetent, A, B, trying to fuck you, or C,
Or
so
C,
used to dealing
Rekieta's
with-
lying.
Rekieta's lying and he's a liar and everything's bullshit. Yeah. See.
It's like poor and retarded people that they're.
By the way, it's not as though we don't know that Rekieta has a history of no-showing these sort of things or pretending like he wasn't informed. Remember when he no-showed April's parking ticket? And it was
Yeah.
a fucking Zoom
It
call.
was a month earlier
But
than
we're
this
supposed
happened.
to believe it was the state's fuck up and not his fuck up. Okay,
yeah,
right.
I'm sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
Don't tell people anything because they can't explain it.
D, all the above.
All these.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. So one of the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
interesting things as we were having a walkthrough, one of the times the government was in my house, they get to come check out your house like whenever you want.
This is like
Yeah,
watching.
that's how it works, bro. When your kids get taken away because you're a filthy drug addict who couldn't take care of them properly, the state does get to come and inspect your house to make sure it's safe for the kids to come back in. Oh no, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions, Mr. Rekieta.
Yeah. By the way, this is like two men who are in like an elevator, and Nick farted. Dick knows that Nick farted, but they're now convincing like the outside to believe that Nick never farted. But we all know Nick farted. We see that stink on your face, Dick.
Right? Because they just go, oh, well, if you want to ever see them again. It's amazing.
That's
how
great,
they
man.
There's just gun to your head the whole time. They're like, oh, you want us to come over to your house right now? You want us to do that?
Well,
it's like, yes, please.
You know,
actually,
you could have just told them to go fuck themselves and not got your kids back. That was always a choice.
Exactly.
Right?
You just walked around in it and looked at all the
needs
doors
an
or whatever.
assault children. Oh God.
And but
You have your
one of the
kids back,
times,
though, now, did I read that right?
yeah, kids are back home
Oh, that's great.
full
Yeah,
time.
I really wanted that part in.
God.
That's why I had to play this clip, because I really wanted that part in.
That's great.
That's great. You can tell he doesn't think it's great. He could give less of a fuck.
No,
right?
he actually, it's the opposite. He feels bad for Nick.
Yeah.
He's like, really? Oh, that's great.
And then we laugh.
Now, did I read that right?
Yeah, kids are back home.
Even the way Nick says that.
But look
yeah,
at the way
kids are back home.
But look at them in this moment. Is that the jubilation? Is that the happiness of a father who just got reunited with his kids that he loves?
No.
Or is that a guy who feels burdened by the responsibility of having kids, and the only reason he's excited about them being back is to try and dunk on Josh Moon on the internet?
Oh no, he looks super pumped, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That sounds. They both farted. Someone in the chat said, "Yeah, they both farted in the elevator."
The look of sadness in Dick's eyes, man. Like,
darkness,
whoa,
my old friend.
whoa.
Full time. My parents didn't move in. Neither did Kayla's parents.
Look at.
Full time. My parents didn't move in. Neither did Kayla's parents.
Look, even Dick's like.
They helped you clean, though, Rekieta. Even if they aren't in the house, we'll grant you they aren't. They had to clean up your shithole so CPS could come and say it was okay. They also had to pay your property taxes this year because you weren't a big boy. And they're probably going to have to pay off your parking tickets. Oh, and by the way, they're probably going to have to pay off Montagraph, which we're going to get to after this.
Mm-hmm.
Because Rekieta's L's just stack and stack and stack as he claims he's winning.
The first lawyers that we had were appointed attorneys because, again, so you get out of jail and they, like I said, they didn't serve us any of the documents related to the child custody.
Pause. So you didn't hire your own lawyer? You had 10 days to go and get your own lawyer who would be able to get these documents for you? And are we supposed to, if the state had an obligation to get you these documents, right?
Yeah.
We're going to try and pretend they didn't. And if they had no obligation and they needed counsel to get them, it's on you. You have enough money to hire proper representation. But your life was probably a fucking shambles. And who knows if your wife was going to snake on you or you're trying to snake them or what the fuck was going on. But this whole sob story he's giving, I don't buy it for 1 second.
Of course not.
Case. So we had no idea. We started hearing.
Well, I don't believe anything he says now. Like, I don't believe anything
From
at
our
all.
relatives about some hearing that was coming up. And we're like, what is the hearing for?
Exactly,
And like, we don't.
blanket stain. Yeah, my little shitlings are back. And I need to wear the cock patch. But at least I get to tell Josh Moon I have my kids back.
Okay, Ralph.
No. Well,
all right, Ralph, bros.
why? Like, what are you
That's
talking
basically
about a
what it
hearing
is.
for? We don't know anything about it, and we couldn't look it up because you can't look up child custody stuff. They have it all the names are protected. But there wasn't even a hearing listed at the time we were supposedly having a hearing. So then the government shows up at my house and they're like, "Oh yeah, are you coming to the hearing today? Are you coming to the hearing today? The one about your kids?" And it's like, yes. What the fuck?
Do you think this
Tell
happened?
me lies. Tell me sweet
This is
little
like the
lies.
crazy story. Like, I was told last minute. Like, no, you weren't.
Why didn't the state just throw him in prison forever?
They should have.
Why didn't the state just kill his children and frame him for it then, if that's what this was all about? Like, honestly, if the state wants to get rid of Nick Rekieta, by the way, there's not a single fucking thing he could do to stop them.
Yeah.
He's just come up with this. The government's out to get me. It's because I'm anti-Zionist. This is ridiculous.
When are you going to actually service the papers? They said, well, we don't have to.
What?
And it's like, well, I mean,
even Dick's like,
I don't believe you.
do I press X like on myself?
You
You
kind
can
of
just
do.
do it though. Yeah.
You kind of
Has
have
anybody,
to.
like, I don't know, like, has anybody ever heard of this? That on the day of your court appearance, somebody shows up to tell you about it at your door?
This can't be true.
It's
Chat?
not true. Like, has anybody ever heard of anything like this?
Has this
ever?
happened? Chat, press 1 if yes. Press 2 if he's full of shit. No. Nope. What is a telephone? Very funny. 22222.
Exactly, Mr. Manchester. See, PPP wants the state to kill the kids. See, Dick?
April
Like,
hid the
this
mail.
is the sort of dishonest bullshit we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Except they don't, because they just have your children and they don't have to do anything like you. And then you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
And the leverage.
Even Dick's looking like a straight up Home Depot Mexican. Is he not? Look at this. This guy is he's gonna do your drywall. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
seriously.
that they always have is,
Holy.
okay, you can fight, but we'll just make it take longer.
Yeah.
And
Senor Herrera? They're calling him Senor Herrera.
one of the, but it just, you mentioned part 3 where they're just so used to dealing with people who are
white
like,
in his beard. Like, you can see the white hairs in his beard.
I know,
Straight
dude.
up. Like, you're ancient. You're elder. I'm surprised he's not got the Just for Men cult going. Because the one thing that bothers this guy more than anything is being old.
Yeah.
He can't stand it. He's just trying so desperately to cling to being a young
Buddy,
party guy.
He's a
and it's
senior
sad.
citizen.
No, he is a senior citizen. But, I'm a senior citizen. I'm childless and I'm a fucking bum. But at least I have my LSD and drugs, Sean.
Yeah.
I have no fulfillment in my own life. I live in a soulless shithole in California. I don't even live in the good part of LA, Sean.
dumb or don't speak English or whatever,
Yeah.
not used to the legal system. One of the walkthroughs, the government worker looks around, she goes, we're just not used to dealing with people in your socioeconomic status.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
because
You're
come
too
on.
rich.
This is what he's trying to say as this flex, right? But it's not a flex. Like, first of all, this never even happened. We're like, oh, sir, we're just not used to a man of your grandeur and riches, sire. Please let us sucketh your dick, sire. This
Bullshit.
didn't happen. But even if it did happen, you should be ashamed that as a rich person with all these opportunities, you ended up exactly where all the trash, the degenerate dredges of society ended up, buddy.
Because if it is true, they're like, yeah, we've never
It's
seen
even
someone.
more pathetic if it actually happened.
Yeah, like this only happens to the fucking brokies. Like, I don't know why it's happening to you.
Stu, like, there's
I was
nothing
like-
to do here.
I said, probably because I didn't stab someone for meth. Like
Oh, there you go.
the other people you're dealing with is the people
Oh,
who
he's
stab
so much
people.
better.
Oh, you're the good drug.
He's
you're
just
good
a really
druggie.
wonderful drug addict. His
Wow.
children just weren't fed.
Oh yeah, no,
His
amazing.
9-year-old daughter. By the way, the guy who's stabbing people on meth, at least his 9-year-old daughter didn't test positive for cocaine.
I mean,
Chances are it's pretty fucking unheard of that this happened, bro.
For drugs or whatever. Like, what you guys have done is bullshit.
Yeah, because the government exists to deal with poor people, lady. That's like, do you guys? Nobody told you guys that, but that's the reason why we have this.
That was great.
So I
th-
guess the
this-
take they have is that rich people should just be allowed to commit crime at will.
yeah,
It's not really the take I think that most
yeah,
people
right.
agree
So
with.
stupid. It should be only the poor people get caught. Dick He's like evolving like AI into more Mexican each frame.
By the way, like, I don't know if Rekieta realizes, I don't think he gets his money really from the wealthy. I think it's like a lot of smaller donations by people who aren't considered the kings of society.
Yeah. He's looking like a glove. Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
This whole
man.
saga gets fantastic, but and eventually I get to tell the whole story. But for now, like the first lawyers we had
Eventually,
were
one of
appointed
these
at the hearings that we
days,
didn't know we had. We got there. Our lawyers had nothing prepared. They hadn't read our
I
complaint.
gotta
We
say,
didn't
by
get
the
to
way, I hate to do this to King Phil.
Go.
This kind of sounds like the DSP hospital story, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Like where he's just like wildly inconvenienced and everything's just completely insane that's going on, and he just can't believe that this is happening to him.
It does. We love that story, by the way. The Kingly story.
The Kingly story at the hospital, but
see our complaint. I didn't see our complaint until the second hearing.
Wow.
So just so everybody's aware of
You don't
that.
know what you're getting accused of?
wow,
No.
the
It's
legal
having to do-
system doesn't cater to my every demand. I was waiting 3 hours for this document.
You kids?
Nope. At the first hearing, I had not even seen the government allegations against us. Then at the second hearing, I finally get to read them, and I'm reading them over my lawyer's shoulder, who our lawyers, they're like, oh, we want to do a continuance at this first hearing. We'll give us 10 days to prepare a case. And we got
Why is Dick here? What is he adding to anything?
He's not adding anything other than Daddy's approval, of which it's very tenuous because at various points he's like mocking him or outright appearing skeptical.
Yeah.
But it's basically this idea that if Daddy Dick Masterson is there, then it magically makes every word from Nick's mouth gospel, and Josh is so owned.
It's ridiculous.
But really, it just makes Rekieta look very pathetic there.
It's sad.
there 10 days later after the continuance.
Thank you, Sir Morales.
And because they first said, they're like, well, who are your witnesses and what are your exhibits? I'm like, I don't know. I've been in jail. Like, what exhibits
What
do
a
we
foul
need?
thing.
The government has to show
Yeah.
a dangerous environment. There's nothing that I don't
Yeah,
need an
wow.
exhibit. I have witnesses. And they're like, well, let's just get the case ready. We'll do a
By the
continuance.
way,
But why didn't you hire like somebody who wasn't a state-appointed defender?
Ash, you know what I'm looking at?
What?
Look at Dick's hand. He's got like a child's hand.
Yeah, what is going on?
He has like a
there?
little baby hand. Like it hasn't
Why
aged.
is it so small?
Holy crap!
It doesn't really fit the rest of his body. Like the rest of him's like all wrinkled and grizzled and shit. And then it's just like this fresh, like very soft hand.
It's like a toddler. Like what the hell? That's a child's
Baby
hand.
hands.
Baby hand. Holy.
Continuance for 10 days and then we'll do it. So we're like, I guess 10 days later, I show up to court and my lawyer looks at me and she goes, what are your exhibits and where are your witnesses?
Well, why didn't you do anything in that 10-day period? Like, was he just forced to have these attorneys? Like,
I have
don't
no idea.
And I said, excuse me.
Dick has no idea why he's laughing.
no.
I bet you he wasn't even paying attention.
That's your
half listening to
He's
you.
like a
what's
half,
going on.
yeah.
He doesn't give a shit.
Fucking job. Like, and I had been in contact with this woman. Like I had spoken with her between hearings.
What's like an example of a like what was she supposed to have had in that time?
What?
I don't know what exhibits she would have done, but like this is her thing was let's do a continuance so we can get some
Yeah.
exhibits and witnesses together.
Okay.
I had the
Right.
same witnesses. Actually, I didn't have the same witnesses because I think I would have
He
had
can't
another.
even keep
What's
his
going
lies
on?
straight.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, like this is incomprehensible to any normal person. What the fuck he's even talking about? This isn't helping him whatsoever.
No, it's just babble.
witness at the first hearing.
Even like Dick is shutting down.
Yeah.
He's like, what is happening?
Than I was able to
Yeah.
have. But I had the same witness list of potential people, and the exhibits were the
Like,
same.
What did he think was going to happen when he never even talked to his lawyer?
Yeah.
What was he expecting to happen?
which is the government has to show. That's the exhibit, is the government has to show something. I don't have to show anything. There's not like an exhibit I can show you to show that something.
So if it doesn't matter what you guys do and it's all reliant on the state, then why are you even upset with your attorney to begin with?
Exactly. This is a skeptical look.
Didn't happen. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And they had no preparation done for the case. They hadn't talked to a single witness. They barely had talked to me. They hadn't prepared an exhibit. They hadn't read any reports. They had nothing. I had to effectively represent myself, but I had to fight with my own counsel to do it. It was fucking embarrassing. Those two lawyers.
He had to represent himself. He's not a very good lawyer because he doesn't practice.
Yeah. You know what's embarrassing? This. Generally, this entire video.
It's just like him playing the victim constantly,
exactly.
and blaming everything else other than his own actions for why he's here.
Oh, it's
and
not
how
my
just
fault.
He's been so hard done by.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
You really haven't been that hard done by, bro.
Get appointed to every child custody case in the county. Every single one.
He may be the only guy who's let off scot-free for being way too boring in court.
Well, they're just like, this is torture having to listen to this idiot and deal with him. Like, just get out of our sight. Fuck off. Like,
okay, whatever. We believe you.
Gets one of those two lawyers.
If they argue too much, they lose business.
I wouldn't allege that. That would be insane to allege that the hand that feeds them is the government who chooses to appoint them to every single case. And
that is what
you're clean. You've never tried drugs in your life. There was gold in your house and everything was perfect. And it was like fucking Mary Poppins was there. Yeah, it was all good. Yeah, Nick, we believe you. The final stream with Coke on your nose was just
your dick whipped out on camera.
Oh, yeah, it was all fine. No, you're the most sober person that we know and best father of the year. Shut the fuck up.
They're exclusive.
It's ridiculous.
Like Hazard County? What the fuck is going on there? How are two lawyers in charge of all the child custody shit?
There's not that many people in the county. The total people in the county is about 50,000.
But no, like how many public defenders do you reasonably expect are going to be specialized in family law in Candiyohi County? But get ready for this next fucking line from Rekieta. This is wild.
Okay.
This is just his ego run rampant. This is megalomaniacal shit he's about to say.
I've had live streams bigger than this county.
There it is.
Oh my God.
The key word, the emphasis is had.
Yes.
You never will again, friend.
Yeah. Oh.
I've had live streams bigger than this county, bish. You know who I am?
You know, like.
It's just beyond douchebaggery. He just thinks he's a king.
Look at Dick here.
I've had live streams bigger than this county.
Yeah.
Even Dick's like, it doesn't.
Look at Dick. Like, Dick doesn't approve of
No,
shit.
he doesn't.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's how, like, small the actual population is. But all of them. All I could think, though, is like, well, I'm a lawyer who speaks English. And so I know what's fucking going on, like, when people are talking in the courtroom. We have a pretty high Hispanic population, a pretty high Somali population. I can't imagine how fucked over they get by these lawyers. Because
they're all everyone's planting drugs on all the Somalis. Like, shut the fuck up. It's like, it's a fucking it's happening every day.
I don't really cry any tears for them. If you come to America and you don't fucking know English enough to follow anything, you probably shouldn't be fucking in America.
Nobody's acting like this is like, oh man, thank God I could speak
like
English. Otherwise,
but he's this king of criminal justice reform now as well, and he's standing up for the common man and the poor people. Meanwhile, he looked down his nose on them just a few minutes earlier and said they were basically all scum.
Bum and pores and whatever.
because I'm sitting there like, so one of the things I mentioned online that people kind of misunderstood, I asked my lawyer, unrelated to what we had going on in any of the particular court hearings, but I asked my lawyer to get a recording for me. I said, I'm entitled to that recorded conversation. And she said, they don't usually like to do that. Yeah, I'm not joking when I said the government has a recorded conversation with me and I want it because I can have it. Right. She goes, they don't usually like to do that. And I said, it's required by law that they give me that conversation that they have.
It's such an odd way to phrase that. So
I said, your job is to get that. So ask for it. And I asked for it and they didn't give it to me for fucking ever.
He's so entitled and he thinks that like the whole world revolves around him. You're just another piece of shit being processed by the system. You're not God, bro.
You're on someone's desk. You're like a piece of paper in a folder on a desk, Nick.
They actually did not respond to my lawyer's request. It was true. They didn't like doing that. Yeah. But she's like, well, why do you want this recorded conversation? I said, well, because they might want to use something I said in the conversation. And I want to make sure that if they
think they asked.
Oh no, government bureaucracy is sometimes difficult to get through. Who could have thought this? Well, if he didn't want to deal with the bureaucracy, maybe he shouldn't have committed the crimes.
Ooh. Shut it down.
They do that, we're able to counter with what was actually said, because I know what I said and I know how the government works. They'll take something out of context.
Oh, buddy,
it's called the rule of completeness.
Yeah,
like
on the cross.
Before the Sanhedrin, right? Like he's just getting the worst trial. He's being railroaded.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I bet.
And she goes, what's that? And I said, I'm sorry, what's the rule of completeness? She says, yeah. And I said, well, if they use like a piece of evidence against you,
he
like
knows
a portion,
better. He knows the law better than anyone else in the court. And he's explaining to the judge because the judge is an idiot. This is his brilliance.
Yeah.
Let's say you write a book and they use one sentence out of the book, but there's surrounding paragraphs that make the sentence kind of important or change the meaning of something. The rule of completeness allows you to introduce enough evidence to complete the actual fact that you're going with. And she goes, in all my years of...
By the way, have you noticed Dick's response to everything is just sips out of his Coke cup?
I know. Like, he's not contributing anything. You're right, Kaiser. This is some real sovereign citizen shit.
It is.
It's just like nonsense ramblings. Like, don't you understand? Under maritime law, I'm allowed to snort cocaine.
Practice. I've never heard of the rule of completeness.
That's not.
And I about put a fucking gun in my mouth, dude.
God. We wish.
If only.
If only. That would have ruled.
She had no idea. She didn't know the actual rules of evidence, the basic rules of evidence that exist. None.
Now, is it more likely the judge doesn't understand evidence, or is it more likely you're talking out of your ass?
I mean,
it's just a bit curious. Like, which one do you think is more likely?
Yeah, right.
Preparation. Didn't talk to me about the case. The
lawyer doesn't know.
That's wild.
He does. Like this, by the way, this is a practicing lawyer who's there doing these sort of cases week in, week out, day after day for years.
Yep.
Versus Rekieta, a non-practicing attorney who barely passed the fucking bar and I don't believe has ever won a case in his entire fucking life.
No.
But he knows what's best.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was
you got
fucking
paid though.
Not by me, thank Christ.
Yeah, by the government. That's
even Dick.
Even
Dick fucked up.
You get what you pay for, right? When the government pays for your lawyer, you get what you deserve, buddy.
Right.
But that being said, yeah, again, there's look. You hire a lawyer as a lawyer because you want an outside expert on the law. And they may practice in that practice area that you don't practice in.
I hate his voice.
Oh, he's just funny. I'm going to be real with you guys. When I was listening to this shit last night, I really didn't want to do this segment, and I didn't really want to do this show.
Yeah.
I can't stand listening to him and fucking Dick Mass. Like, I honestly hate these motherfuckers.
It
Like,
feels like we're obliged to, you know, like, because we've started and we have to see it out. For like, fine. Because it's like, oh, he's so annoying. He's so fucking annoying, dude.
Just with much more frequency than you do. Like, right? I don't practice. I'm here. I'm here with you guys.
You don't practice shit ever.
Rarely right now, but
You practiced twice and you failed.
normal times, in better times, I'm here a little more often, and I'm not taking cases. So I hire someone else to do that work because you need the legal expertise. But there is someone who knows a whole lot
Who?
about the facts of this case,
all
and that's
right,
me.
You.
That's me
You
because
know
I'm
better than
You know
your
better
lawyer.
than everyone else. Yeah.
obsessive about them. It's all I really think about most days.
Right. Yeah, we believe you,
Yeah.
buddy. You really care about your family, pal. We could hear the enthusiasm and jubilation when you told Dick about it. Yeah. All right, we're going to come out of this folder.
Whoa.
We're now going to go into, before we go to Montagraph, which
Sure.
is, the sword of Damocles here.
You want this one?
This is the court document. The request was denied for the hearing on the 21st
Negative clap.
to be made public.
Fuck.
Which you'd think Rekieta would be against based on, his statements in the past. Let's have a look here. By the way, Rekieta did not want this event public. He doesn't want any of the trial to be public. He's filed motions to seal all the documents in the case. Let's just show his hypocrisy a bit here.
There we go.
One of the reasons that video is critical and should be in every single courtroom in every single case. Video and transparency of the courts is something I'm pretty passionate about.
Oh, you're passionate about it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you?
And it should be
One,
in
because
every single case.
Oh, yeah.
I'm self-interested in making money off of them. Two, because it protects the people from judicial abuse or abuse by the state.
Huh.
And
Which
three,
is what he's been claiming this
Yeah.
whole time, is that he's getting abused by the state and railroaded, right?
Exactly. But now, it's convenient if it's not shown.
because it protects the citizenry from lies by people about the abuse of the state.
Hypocrisy.
Woo! That's the worst part.
I know. We got one more. Just, put a final nail in it.
All right. I wish there was a final nail.
You know what's actually could be really interesting about this is there could be people opting out of the public trial, the right to a public trial, because of the internet, not realizing like how bad it is to not have public trials.
Yeah, to have what's that called, a bench trial? When it's just the judge.
He's
Well,
that
no, I
guy now. Oh, wait. He's talking directly to Josh Boone.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Even bench trials are public trials, but just having like them in closed doors or behind closed doors that's one of the things that we literally fought against England about was
Whoa.
There you go. It's the foundations of America.
He really
So
fucked
Rekieta
himself.
no, seriously.
He fucked himself. Even if he wins, or
So-
whatever.
Mind you, outside of all the criminal stuff, child custody stuff, there's still the Montagraph case. that he's
No.
poured 6 figures of legal fees into, which, by the way, he's lost. And he owes Monty money.
Let's go.
And he's got to either pay up or pay his lawyer tens of thousands of dollars more to continue appealing this case, from which he can't really get any blood from the stone of Montagraph, even if he does win. So he's just out all of this money. It's a total vanity project. And by the way, he's completely wrong in the case. He called the guy a
vanity
full-on.
project.
It really is. It's a vanity case. It's bullshit.
Is this Monty? I've never
That
seen
is
him.
Monty.
I've never seen him before.
Me either.
So let me just lay it down on how this works. Seeing
This is the guy felting
This
Rekieta?
guy- This is the king that's felting
Let's
Rekieta.
go.
will probably be a 5 or 10 minute live stream. Anywho,
By the way, he's like watching his own OBS.
I know.
That's weird. That's like
I know.
backroom style.
what has happened for the people that are not aware of
Whoa.
what has transpired over the last couple of years?
Imagine losing to this guy.
That's fucking
This
nuts.
is the position that Rekieta is in. This guy's gonna take everything from Rekieta. He's gonna own Rekieta's house by the time this is over.
I filed a lawsuit against
He's raw
Mr.
dogging.
Nicholas Rekieta.
I love him.
Yeah, no, he rules. I haven't
He's
seen
the
anything.
king.
I have no
He's the
idea
king.
about anything about this guy.
Don't sue us, sir. We can't compete with you, sire. Please.
We should have him on and talk about the case.
Oh yeah.
Is an attorney, a non-practicing attorney, of course.
Bring it up, Monty Dub. He's a non-practicing attorney, of course.
And
Of course.
for slander and defamation. The
This is weird.
judge in the case, Judge Fisher, has ruled that it is, in fact, defamation. So what they tried to do is they tried to implement a Colorado.
Oh my God! Does he talk any faster? Like,
No.
Oh
No.
man! Woo! I feel like I'm holding my breath watching this. Okay, all
Major
right,
slap. And,
all right.
They didn't challenge the merits of, in other words, they didn't challenge his slander. They just, basically said that, well, we need to appeal this to the appellate court because we need to state somehow, some way that
Get him,
Colorado
Monty.
anti-slap, just
Get
a bunch of
'em.
garbage. Okay, just a bunch of hogwash.
Whoa,
knew it was hogwash.
watch your language, bud.
The fairy tales.
Hogwash.
And they lost.
They lost.
Woo-hoo.
A big L.
Yeah.
They had the most expensive lawyer in the country on these matters, and they still lost.
Oh man.
Self-rendaza.
He sure did. He lost the appeal. So he's been ordered by the appellate
lost.
court to pay me.
It's just a video
did.
of him going, "Here's how I felt in him." It's all this video's for.
Yeah.
Guys, just so you know, I felt it, Nick, and here's how it happened.
$300. I know that's minuscule, and it is.
$300.
300. Pay up, boy.
Pay up.
You owe Monty his $300, Rekieta. Pay up, bish.
Minuscule. But Nick Rekieta, pay up. Where's my
Whoa!
Pay up. Where's his $300?
This is a man you
king.
want to pay.
This is a man that's been shystered out of $300.
Pay up, bum. Pay up.
Where's my $300? You owe me $300. Where's it at?
Whoa.
It's been months now, right? Well over a month. Pay up.
Imagine owing this guy $300. Jeez.
You don't want to owe this guy $300, bro. Look at his eyes, man.
I mean, which
Look at
one?
those eyes.
This
Buddy,
one's scaring
I don't know,
me.
bro. Like, this guy could fucking just dummy. Like, I don't know, man. He's gonna pull a fucking Stewie on him and take a baseball bat to his fucking knees for all you know. Like, whoa.
Yo, it looks like his eyes like hovering in a void, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like in a different dimension.
This is a man
So
denied his $300.
Jeez.
I would pay, bro.
I'm scared.
Pay,
I'm
buddy.
scared, dude.
Now he lost, and he has a judgment against him for $300.
Imagine battling this dude for $300.
Thing is, all Rekieta ever had to do is just retract that he was a pedophile, and the case would have went away. It's like a battle for $300. Like, it's a total vanity case, really, for both fucking. I mean, I don't know. At least Monty's cleared his name, and he's not a pedophile. Rekieta should have just taken the L, but he's so prideful. Even at this point, he won't just take the L and pay the $300. He's gonna spend tens of thousands of dollars more appealing it to the next level and the next. We're going to the Supreme Court. Just pay the guy $300 and fuck off. You have bigger problems right now.
Morshu says this guy's like the scarecrow.
Don't pay that.
Was it worth it, Nick? Yeah, the rumors are he's lost over $200,000 on this case.
Damn.
Close to a cool $250,000.
That's crazy.
It's still a win. That's right there, Fishman. That's absolutely right.
There's one
That's
guy.
That's what matters is the dub.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's about who wins. So it is what it is.
That's right, Fishman.
All the way. Yes, we are. I don't stop. People know me well. I don't stop.
I believe him. I believe him.
You know, like he's
I believe him, man. There's a look in his eye where you're like, yeah, you don't want to fuck with
this guy's
man.
gonna be on your ass for like the rest of your life for $300.
No, sir, no, ma'am.
Woo!
Pay up, Nick. Pay the money you lost.
He's scaring me.
Pay the
You
money.
lost.
That is
Hey!
all.
It's like the Riddler from the new Batman.
That's what I thought too.
But
That's what I
older?
thought too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
the
that.
glasses?
It is, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna wake
Okay.
up in a freezer,
Well,
Nick.
we
If you
have
don't.
really the source of all these problems for Rekieta is this next clip, the decadence of it all, the depravity of it all.
Okay. Was
Have a
this
look
it?
at this sweaty sausage.
Oh no.
I have brats with whipped.
Oh.
He's gonna suck the cream off the
No
sausage.
way.
Cream on the end.
He's the cream of the cock.
Oh.
Oh, Rekieta, no!
Nick.
Rekieta, no! Don't suck the cream off the cock, buddy.
Is that a sticker?
No, buddy, that might be a sticker. No.
How
Let's
many-
get 5 subs for that to be an emo. Let's get some subs for that. Oh my goodness. He's deep throating
Oh
that
my
bloody
God.
sausage with the
That's
cream
gay.
on it.
Look at this.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, dude.
That's really bad.
The optics of that, bro. Oh shit.
Wow.
He really thinks he did something there, you know? Bro thinks he cooked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Doing tricks on that sweaty sausage.
Wow.
Bro.
Here, I'm gonna
Bring
open it up
back
one
to
sec.
where he sucked off the cream.
This-
It's the cream of the cock.
the cream of the cock, bro. Look at this. Hang on, I'm just trying
Macho
to.
Man promo about the cream of the cock.
I'm
It's
just
rising to the
shit.
top.
I'm just resizing. Oh, that's gonna be.
Oh no!
That sticker looks really
oh,
bad,
no!
bro. That sticker looks really bad. I don't even know if we should put that to be.
We gotta put it.
All right.
Let's get 10 more
I have
subs
brats
for
with
this.
whipped cream on the end.
I'm exporting
Oh
it.
my god!
Oh.
Look at him. Oh no! Ring it up, Monty dub, Josh Moon dub, Kiwi Farms dub, Casino dub, Sean dub. Pretty much everybody's winning dubs against this guy these days, man.
All right, folks, what do you think about that sticker? Check it out. We got.
What is it?
Wait, let's. There it is.
Oh no!
It looks-
Oh no!
Wait, we got 2 stickers with Rekieta with something in his mouth. By the way, do you notice that?
Well, that adds up. That really adds up.
All right.